worked for Ed a while, and then went up and took a year at chief of police at Chelsea. And then Howard Edmondson was the governor, and I had met the guy at a training station at National Guard that was the secretary of the Oklahoma State of Agriculture. And there was a 16-county district out in western Oklahoma from Enid back down that way to Sarah, Oklahoma, and back in that area. And he offered me a pretty good deal on that. He said, you'll be an enforcement officer for that 16-county district. You'll work with the USDA, and there's a lot of your law enforcement experience will work right in because that's what we're doing. Anyway, I was out there 4 years. Riding in the car one morning with one of my supervisors, and I got a pilot's license out there, and some of my, like from Woodward to Guyman, from Guyman to the last city out in the Panhandle, I forgot what it was now. We could fly out there, and I had a little 140 and take a passenger with me. We're going along, and anyway, we were in a car on the way to the airport, and this Oklahoma City radio station comes in and says, Ed Hickson, the police chief of the city of Claremore, was killed in a car crash last night. And that just stunned me. And I said, we need to, David Hogg was his name, and I said, David, we need to get on out to the airport, and I need to get to a phone. And so I called and talked to his widow, Helen, and he was chasing some guy up there through the country, and probably just a short distance this side of the Craig County line. He lost control of his car and crashed into a big high embankment, and I guess he probably lived about 4 hours. So they brought him back to Claremore. But Helen said, Buck, we got a bunch of people in here now that's we don't need, that's going to try to get to Ed's job. And she said the election will be coming up in March, and she said, we want you to get back here. And that gave me a pretty good opportunity to give David a notice and the department time to train somebody else and so forth. And but then we had a little boy. He was about 8 months old, come down with a brain tumor. We had to take him to Oklahoma City for surgery. He lived, and I moved going back to Claremore, and I stayed out there and finished my time with him. I told him I'd work for 30 days. And but the little boy passed away, so the department said, get on out of here, get on out of here. So I left, and that ended that. And then when the March election come up, it was a close election, and there was like 5 people in there. And it was a close race, and this man over here, his mother, provided the difference, believe it or not. I mean, she was a campaigner. And, but...
what year was that?
John, what was that, 63, John?
63 when Dad was killed. Yes, my dad was killed in 63.
Yeah, 63. It was...
probably 63 or 4.
Ed was killed in 63. No, let's see. Maybe it was 62, and 63 was when, March of 63 was when you would take office. Yeah, it wasn't just immediate, you know. And, but we had some friends move all of our personal stuff back, and but that's when, and let's say that was either 16 or 18 years, I forgot now, police chief, and let's see, that's when I went to work for Amos. Right after I left there, I was a supervisor for a while, and I really liked the job at Hillcrest, Tulsa. And one of the retired homicide investigators over there was supervisor. Was a department head, and I went to work for them over there until then the race was over and all that stuff was settled here in Claremore.